What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Happy day today. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at certain levels that it needs to stay for us to be bullish, or certain levels where I think the line in the sand is at. Okay, so TA. We're also going to take a look at the importance of rate cuts, but not just rate cuts. What type of rate cuts is what is most important. So we're going to take a look at that, so we get an idea of when this bull run could be. I maintain that the end of that the bull run, the peak will happen sometime in Q4 of 2025, and the things that I'm going to show you today will probably help that belief. Help that belief. And I think I'm also going to talk about Trias. There's some important information for Trias holders that have migrated, stuff that you need to know. I'll give you the dates on that. And now, without further ado, let's do this. So Bitcoin, yesterday we came back up. Notice how we got rejected on this ascending line, right? We got rejected, but we still closed the body above this, and that's really what I wanted to see. 61,200. Now 61,200 is an important level. Right now we're playing with it. We're at 61,098. It would be nice to see this body, and we still have quite a few hours to close above this line, because then that would mean the support is there, and the fight would be just getting back into on the other side of this ascending line, right? So it could be that we stay tight if we can keep this 61 line in the sand, 61,200. Now, if we drop below that, right, in these, just today, Wednesday, in these next coming days, we don't hold it as support, and we don't get above this 62,000, this ascending line, if we don't get above it, then I can see us coming back down here, testing here. Remember, we do have time to kill. How I see it, we could go. We have time to kill probably half of July, or maybe even all of July. DXY to me tells me maybe all of July, because it's looking like it's moving up. Still nothing to worry about, but when it runs up, you know, normally the other markets, risk markets like Bitcoin, crypto, they see a drop, or they essentially go sideways, right? Normally, if this is going up, Bitcoin is going down. Okay, so while this happens, it could take all of July for it to finally top out and then come back down. Okay, so when it starts coming back down, then Bitcoin will start moving up. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Okay, and these correlations wax and wane. Sometimes these correlations are stronger, sometimes they're not. Another correlation Bitcoin has is with these markets, the S&P, the Nasdaq. Okay, and it looks like these markets, they're at all-time highs basically, and now, while they're at all-time highs, it look like maybe they're cooling down. Maybe they're going to go sideways for the summer. Remember, the summertime, historically, summertime hasn't been the greatest time, because for these markets, including Bitcoin, because everybody leaves. They go on vacation, as I've mentioned to you guys. Okay, so all that stuff is important. And then we're also looking at rate cuts. Okay, to me, all that stuff tells me that maybe it's going to be boring in July. Okay, maybe it's going to be boring in July. Historically, Bitcoin has gone on its big run. I mean, and we've been going up since all year, basically, guys. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. We got to this all-time high level and broke it before the halving, and that has never happened before. But since that event, look, we've just gone sideways. Okay, so that's synchronizing with the previous cycles. Okay, and again, previous cycles say from September usually forward, and the blow off top the following year, late in that year. Okay, now things don't have to play exactly like that, so it could be that it happens the middle of next year as opposed to late. It depends on when that rate cut is. Okay, again, we have to go back to that rate cut, and then there's different beliefs on the rate cuts, because some people are like, listen, we think it's going to go up because when that rate cut happens in September, then the markets are all going to tank and it's over. All right, that's not really the case. I thought we're going to see a blow off top after a rate cut. We have to see the rate cut first, and then based on the timeline of that rate cut, then we're going to see the blow off top. Okay, I wasn't completely right either. Right, so let's take a look at what exactly it is, because the Fed cutting and the reaction to equities depends on the reason why they cut. This is from Mr. Spread. Fed cuts because of recession. Markets top only if Fed cuts because of recession. Fed panic cuts because of a big systemic risk. And then the one that would cause us to just drop would be I'm sorry. The one that would cause us to drop would be because of recession. Okay. Systemic risk is also not that bad. We're gonna take a look at what we're talking about here. Okay, so I'm referring to the type of cuts. Okay, there's normalization cut, a panic cut, and a recession cut. And right here we're looking at the S&P 500 futures returns. S&P returns for the first cuts of the past 10 cycles. So what happens after the Federal Reserve made their first cut? 84, 87, 89, 90, 95, 98, 2001, 2007, 2019, 2020. Okay. This one was a panic, COVID. But what happened after that first cut of 50%? So we'll take COVID, for example. In the first month, we dropped 17%. So we could expect in September to see a drop. Normally, that's what happens. There is a drop all the way on all of them in the first month. And then the third month, and in the case of the COVID panic cut, it went up. The first 3 months, after 3 months, 2.6%, and then 6 months, 16%. The S&P 500 futures, remember, and then in 12 months, 27%. Okay, and remember the correlation between Bitcoin and these markets. Remember where we are in the cycle that Bitcoin, previous cycles has gone parabolic. You know, more or less around this time. If the cut is expected in September, the first cut is expected in September, and they do that, then 12 months later will be September of 2025. Go figure, right? But here's the thing. Normalization cut, panic cut, and recession cut. Those are the type of cuts, okay? The recession cut, look at these negative numbers. After 1 month, -2%. After 3 months, -14%. 6 months, -12%. 12 months, -11%. So this is the one that we do not want to have. This is the reason why if they cut because of recession, or recession happens, then maybe the party is canceled, okay? Because historically, that's what happened. I don't know what would happen after that. But if they cut for a normalization cut or panic cut, look at these numbers. At the end of 12 months, the normalization cut 13%, up, green. Panic cut, even better, 17.4%. Okay, so it's either normalization cut or panic cut. And hey, I'm rooting for both. I'd root for the panic cut because it would give us bigger gains at the end of 12 months if they cut in September. So maybe we do have some type of panic in September. As long as it's not a recession, guys, we'll be okay. And that is the importance of the rate cut. So coming back here. We're going to wait probably until September, and that's when the market thinks we're going to get the first rate cut. 12 months after September is September 25th. Coincides with what I've been thinking, what I've been saying, coincides here inside of this nice little what I call my happy box, which I have kept here for quite a while. Okay, because I've been planning this cycle for myself and my portfolio for a while. Okay, all of it, all 4 years of it. And so maybe somewhere over here, September 2025, right around here. So maybe that's where we peak out and then start dropping. Up until then, I would still be selling August, September. I'm going to be watching it like a hawk at the end of this year, because what if I'm wrong? And what if no matter what, it's going to go up, blow off top happens in 2024 or just into 2025? Well, I'll be selling. I'm going to sell 10% probably, depending on if I'm in 10x profit right here, right? Okay, so that's that. Again, Bitcoin. Right here, we have to hold 61,000. We have to have a body above it, 61,200, for us to stay in this channel that we're in, right? In this structure that we've created. If we lose it, then we lost this structure, right? And then we're gonna play this. We're gonna see about 58,164 as an area of support, which could be possible. I don't know right now. Right now, to me, it's 50-50 that we lose this thing or not. It could be that Bitcoin surprises us and we just kind of stay right here for a week, really bored in a nice, really tight range before coming back up here and then just playing in July up here, or we lose it and then we play down here for a little while. I don't think, maybe we threaten, we have wicks. I don't think we have bodies over and we just stay, and then we start building from there towards the end of July into August, seeing what happens. It's not going to be the only drop, right? Because if the cuts happen in September, right, as we're pumping, then they expect some type of drop. So maybe, just maybe, it could be that in August we pump up pretty hard, and then come September they do drop it, and then we just drop for a little while into the 70s again, and then December we're back into 80s, 90s, maybe 100. Okay, probably 100. Who knows? And then the rest of 2025 we're going up until we peak out at the end of September. So that's pretty much how I see it. Let's see if I'm right. Time will tell. But you got to be prepared, guys, for anything. Okay, you got to be fluid, no matter what. We lost 600,000 here on total 3. Let's take a look really quick. But we haven't lost this area of support. That area of support today is at $584.92 billion. Okay, this is the market cap of total 3. All the altcoins minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right, and let's take a look at Trias really quickly, because interesting information, guys. Quick little thing. If you don't know how to get to a website of one of these projects, okay, well, you go to CoinMarketCap, you type in the project that you want, and over here it's all the information you're gonna want to start from, as far as market cap, volume, circulating supply, contract of it. You can set up to your MetaMask, to your Trust wallet right here. That if it has another network that it's on, in Trias' case, it's on Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. It has both of them, so you can see that. You can click on the contract. Has the socials of Twitter, Telegram, and it has the website. I'm telling you all this because this is important information. These links could be bad, right? Could be bad if someone provides it in like a group chat or something like that. So if you want to get somewhere, go right here. We're going to go to Trias website, because Trias currently allows you to migrate your Trias onto their chain. Their chain is not yet out completely. They're still working on it. But some people have migrated, and regarding migration, there are some dates that you should know of. Okay, first of all, if you have migrated, you have until the 30th to get rewards. The rewards will stop on the 30th. They're going to give TAS token, which is like the gas of the Trias network, but those rewards end on the 30th. They won't provide them yet. That's out on a later date, but those rewards end on the 30th. And then on July 5th is the time that you have to get Trias, if you have it in migration, out of migration. Okay, I'm trying to find exactly where the migration thing is. NetX. Here we go. Okay, so to NetX right here, migrate Trias. Okay, so you go to Trias, and it's trias.1/migrate. Trias.1/migrate. And you have to be really careful about all this stuff, because it involves connecting your wallet. And if you connect your wallet to the wrong thing, guys, forget about it. All right, forget about it. It's over. They will take all your stuff. So this is the migrating part. It was really easy. Okay, just if you have your Trias and BNB and Ethereum. All right, you have to connect it right here, and then at that day, on probably after the 30th, because you can collect if you're in here, right? If you're in here, you can collect up to the 30th your rewards, but they won't provide them to you again. But on the 1st, I would come here, I would connect my wallet, and I would take my migration stuff out. Okay. Pretty easy. Just follow the prompts, guys. It should be nothing, and then it'll bring it back to either your BNB chain on your MetaMask or Ethereum chain. Hopefully it's on BNB chain, because I think the Ethereum one has problems. But that's important information. Okay, remember again the dates. The 30th is when the TAS token will no longer be given as a reward. So on the 1st, because you have until the 5th, if you do not do this, if you have it in staking, if you have it in this migration and you do not do this after the 5th, then forget about it. Then your tokens are locked until you won't get them back until the network, their chain comes out, is launched. So that might be a few months. It might be next month, but it might be delayed. All right, you just never know with these type of things. So I wouldn't want that to happen to me. So I'm letting you guys know. Okay, Trias.1/migration. If you haven't migrated, then don't do anything. But if you have migrated, this is where you have to go. Obviously, you know that, right? Since you've done it, but you have to come here and take all your stuff out after the 30th, all right? And no later than the 5th. I wouldn't even wait that long, just on the 1st, because all those days you're not going to get any rewards, so no reason. Okay. All right, cool, guys. I think that's really much all I wanted to say. Let's see, 61,100. Could be that we kind of stay right here, this little range, right? Before deciding what direction we go. My bias is towards the upside, okay? That's why I line on the sand, 58,164. I don't see us going below it. But you just never know. Bitcoin likes to surprise us. Hopefully, though, it surprises us to the upside, guys. I'm holding on to this, and so far my plan has been working, which is cool. This is Kai Ken, okay? 6.3 million market cap. It's been a lot higher. I made 3 buys yesterday. My average buy is right here. I have 2 or 3 more buys to go. This is where I sold. So far this has been working really well, and I hope that tonight I'll see a drop, and if it drops maybe at to 0.786, but I will be buying if it gets just below this, the price 7 zeros 1502. So if I see 7 zeros 14 or 13, then I'm gonna nibble again and probably make a couple more buys. Hopefully it touches the 0.786. I don't know if we go too below it, but I'm thinking it's gonna go down there. So far it has. I don't know if I'm patient enough to wait completely. I only have 3 more buys left, 2 or 3 more buys, but we'll see. I'm gonna do my best to try to be patient because I do think that we have some time left. All right, so that's really the only play that I'm looking at, but there are so many guys, so many good plays right now, undervalued. Trias, one of them. There are many. I talked about it already on a video this week, so we're gonna leave it there. All right, so there it is, guys. Now you know a little bit more about the importance of rate cut, but more importantly, the type of rate cuts. Okay, we just can't have one because of recession, and if we have the recession, then we're gonna have to strongly take a look at what we should do there. But we have probably until September before that decision is made. All right, guys, that's it. If you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm trying to grow this channel, and all that stuff helps. With all that said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.